Oh wow, aren't I just milking the hell out of this series. But hey, it gets good views and it's easy to make. And I get to talk about things I mostly like. And I've been keeping it fresh by getting new people on each one. But I won't be having anyone on today because the people I wanted on this episode all never wrote their scripts, and now I'm left alone to make my own video. Also, before we begin, I'd like to ask you to join my Discord server. This video was actually voted by the people over there. Yes, it was a tie between 3 topics, but I did flip a coin, and this video was the winner. So if you want early insight to upcoming videos, or just want a cool server to hang out and talk in, why not stop by and check it out? I promise it's a really good server. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Imagine this. You're in 4th grade and your favorite YouTuber is SML, and they just moved into a big house, so you watch the video on while she's checking out the new house, but something is off about this house. There's a skeleton at the door, lights barely work, and Brooklyn guy casually mentions 26 people were killed in this house.
25 people were murdered in this house.
What? 25 people were murdered?
But then, they go to the door. An out-of-place door that looks like it's from the medieval times, or the Dark Ages, or whatever. But inside of a modern house. Brooklyn guy tells the cast to never go inside that door, so this gets the viewers curious. What's behind the door? Is it Mama Luigi? Is it Jeffy's parents? Is it the ancient scrolls that foretell the future tragedy of the SML brand? None of those. For 7 months, the people were left theorizing, waiting patiently and impatiently for the reveal of the truth behind the door. Then, May 10th, 2017, I think, the door was released and I watched it. This video is about Jeffy and Junior playing, but then Jeffy opens the door for some reason and screams, attracting Marvin and Rose to the noise, where they then see this.
What is going on? What is happening? Why are you?
Then we find out that Brooklyn guy is a murderer who goes to kill them, but are saved by the real Brooklyn guy. Turns out the Brooklyn guy we've had for months was his brother, Does Bad Things guy. This episode was so much more different than the other episodes, and that's what scared me, because they've never done anything this terrifying before, except for something else that's coming up later. Rewatching this today, it's not really that bad or really scary at all. Back when I was younger, I watched the hell out of this one YouTuber, Mullet Mike, who has a series called Freaky, I mean Creepy Gaming, where he would talk about different creepy things in video games. And let me tell you, I ate this shit up. I would sit down for straight up 8 hours a day, binge watching the same videos over and over and over again because it was just so good and I loved it. I loved this YouTuber and I think he was one of the major reasons I even started this whole series. Well, technically I've been inspired by other YouTubers and old videos I made, but this guy's content really got me into creepy things inside of video games, and I loved it. Okay, now let's talk about the thing that actually scared me. Well, a lot actually, but the one specific one that I remember is the Mario creepypasta video, specifically this part.
User did. They realized that this jumbled text was really code for a JPEG header. After tweaking around with it for a bit, this image was soon discovered.
That face scared the shit out of me. Then little old me decided to click on the video and watch it. And I don't remember being creeped out by the video itself except for that specific scene. It was that face. I would stare into the dark and wonder if that woman in the photo was hiding in my closet or under my bed, or that weirdly shaped pile of clothes in the corner was actually just her, huddled up into my corner. Now, I kinda clickbaited with this part. Instead of using the face, I used Mullet Mike's profile picture. Same with this entry, I could have just made it that face, but I thought, hey, multiple of this guy's videos scared me half to death, so why not just make him the entry? Nothing against him entirely, just his content was terrifying. Now, before we move on, I would like to also speed through some other things that this man did. For one, he's the reason I like scary things in games, and two, he's the reason why I'm scared of scary things in games. I did recently check up on his channel, and he seems to still be doing pretty good for himself, so props to him. Yeah, I know, a second SML video? These guys are cringe. Well, not to me. So, this episode of Junior's Sleepover starts out with Junior, Joseph, and Cody all having a sleepover at Junior's house, where they talk about having all kinds of fun for the sleepover. The first thing they do is watch Doofy the Dragon, where he proceeds to take a bath with a hairdryer. The kids then continue to watch some other shows, eventually going into the Scary Channel, where they only show non-stop scary. Here's a ghost. Boo. And they watch Attack of the Killer Donut. After watching whatever the hell that movie was, they tell supposedly scary stories. Then, they play a little obscure indie game, don't know if you've heard about it before. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's. The kids play it for a bit and then get jump scared by Foxy, where they then ultimately decide to just go to bed. This next scene is what stuck with me for so long and left me sleepless for like months.
God, thank God. What? Joseph, wake up!
Rewatching this, I realized just how genuinely creepy this actually is. And unlike every other thing I've covered, this actually still somewhat scares me in a way. And why? Hell, I don't know. I don't get scared by the actual animatronic or SML itself. But this scene, it was genuinely terrifying to me when I was younger. And just the thought of seeing anything like that in like your doorway at night is horrifying. And let me stop glazing this scene like an Apple fan. I don't get why it still scares me, but hey, everyone's scared of something, right? Right? Now, this next one is probably the most recent one. I think it was summer of 2020. I was obsessed with these YouTubers that went by the names of Jester, Graphnix, I don't know if that's how you say it, and Hype Mike. These guys made 3 AM challenge videos that, from what I could remember, were pretty high quality. Like, I remember they had this one series where their evil twins were after them, but they didn't have it to where, let's say, Jester's twin went after Mike. No. They had the evil twin go after their good counterpart, so Jester's twin going after Jester, per se. And the way they edited these was actually pretty decent. Like, they would have the camera go from the real guy to the twin pretty seamlessly. Alright, let me stop my unreal ranking of glazing and talk about the juicy stuff. There was one specific episode. One not like the others because it was an Airbnb episode about... I'm not sure actually. I think it was about the rake or Jeff the Killer. Now, the episode I remember watching wasn't all that scary, but one specific scene I remember. It was nighttime, and I think it was Mike with the camera who heard something outside his bedroom door. So he opens it and looks down the hall. There he sees an all-black figure kneeling down in front of, I think, Jester's door. Here, I made a visual representation with my barely decent art skills because I can't find the video for the life of me. If any of you somehow recognize this from one of their videos, please let me know down below so that I can traumatize myself. Alright, one last thing. I'm kind of feeling like I'm milking this series to the ground, but it's my best performing series right next to my Hades series, and it gets major views, and they're easy and fun to make. So if y'all want to see more of these, as well as my other videos, like, comment, and subscribe to keep me in the algorithm, and join my Discord server down below. And follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Alright, bye now.